Alright, Roger, Mudfossil University, prepare to be awesomized. This is
big one?
Oh, it's stunning.
Here, let's do this like instead.
Oh my god.
Look at that thing. You think you like? I don't know what to say, but I do know what to say because all of this other stuff around it is blood. It's all of the minerals that are in blood, and that is in blood too. And I didn't realize it because it's so huge, but I know where this is, and the anatomy that this comes from is a creature that you cannot even imagine. You just have no clue how big this creature is that had this gigantic body mineralization in it. And I'm going to show you some right here that have the same thing, but they are tiny, and I had to put them under a microscope. All right, now before we go under the microscope, this is a lung. All right, you see all those little tiny balls and stuff like in there? Those are all the different particles that transfer gases and things in your body. They're all different types of minerals, you know, and so forth. Now, when I saw this, I said, "Ooh, it's one of these." Well, it isn't, obviously. But it is inside of here. There's a ton of them in here. So I started looking in the microscope. Yes, I found them. I have the same light to light these things up. So I'm going to show you in a microscope. And they're in all of the lungs, and they're all really in all blood. But you have to find a place where they're big enough to see. And I have the microscope so I can see them. But to find them in this size, you would have to be around a creature that was big enough to have them that size. And this area is. And the area that Tyson's in is too. So I think he's probably got some in his area too. All right, here, let me show you this over here in a light. All right, there we go. All right, this is a lung. All right, you see all these little cavities in there? Oh, that's where the blood runs through there. All right, and all the minerals it's mineralized over time. But these Yooperlites are in here, even though they're tiny, you can't see them. I'm going to put it under a microscope, and we'll see them up here, right up here. Okay, so let's get ready. All right, this is a lung that has completely transitioned. And you see that one right down in the bottom left there? That's a Yooperlite in this lung. Here's one up there, up the top right somewhere. There it is. See it right there? Well, it's at the bottom now. There's another one right up there. Those are the glowy little Yooperlites. But this is in a very, very transitioned lung. Now, I'll show you, excuse me, I'll show you the lung. All right, that's, I mean, obviously a stunning example. Now, this was a lung. This was a lung from some air-breathing creature. They're consuming oxygen now. And you can see the red blood is still, you know, still some ferrous oxides in there. Now, I was showing the Yooperlites that are somewhere in there, tiny, 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 but it's because they're tiny. That would be floating through here, just having a nice day, picking up chemicals and transpiring from the 12 oxygens and spitting them out, or whatever it does. But these things here, they have a chemistry in there, and that's what they're doing. And the other ones in Lake Huron have a different type of chemistry, and I believe those are the transition metals. These are these sodalites, which are a very reactive chemistry. I think the transition metal ones in Lake Huron are more of an attractive. That's reactive. They're attractive, or yeah, they're attractive. You see that? That's Lake Huron. I'd like to see somebody go out there and see if these have these same sodalites in them. And I think obviously there's going to have a lot of them have something similar to that. But this is, I know what these are from. I know exactly what they're from. And these are transition metal compounds. And these are the things that transfer particles throughout a person's body. And they can attach to these different colored things because the different colored things have different levels of energy to attach to. That's what colors are. Colors are different energy levels. That's all it is. And you look at the frequencies, that's all there is, different energy levels. Why do you think they're different colors? They're different energy levels. They have different structures of orbitals in their molecular structure. That's why they give off different colors. That's all it is. Now, the sodalites, that's a little different story, I think, because that is like a give and take of a couple of different molecules. These can just be attracting molecules. These can be what they call ligands, where they just grab onto little molecules and they drag them around through the body with the flow of the blood. And in the creature that we're talking about, this is not even there. They never even know this was there in the creature we're talking about.